how many of you think that weight loss is going to solve all of your problems? Well, newsflash, it won't. So these are the downsides to losing weight that I wish somebody would have told me when I started my journey, so they don't come as a surprise to you. And they will be broken down into 4 categories. We have diet, lifestyle, exercise, and mental degradation. That last one is very interesting, so you're going to want to stick around for that. Segment 1, diet. Like many people, I diet for a month. I'd lose 5 pounds, and then a week later, I'd gain 10 pounds. This happened because I never realized that dieting and eating good food all year round is what keeps the weight off long term. I saw dieting as a temporary measure and I paid the price. So for number 1, realize that you're never going to be able to go back to the old eating habits that you once had. Otherwise, you'll just gain the weight straight back. And mentally, that's something that I really struggled with, and something that I even struggle with to this day, because food gave me happiness, and the thought of not having that same happiness as what I had when I was bigger, that really terrified me. So just be prepared for it. And speaking of things that are terrifying, we have number 2. You see, once you've been dieting for a while, you get to a point where you just see food as numbers. You see them as calories and you see them as protein. You see, losing weight can take the fun out of food. It can take the enjoyment out of food that we once had. Even if you're eating food that you like on your diet, and you can end up kind of hating your life in the best way possible, I think, if you can. I don't know. Now, with that in mind, let's move on to the next section, which is lifestyle. If somebody deposited 500 grand into your account right now, do you think that would solve all of your financial problems? Probably not, right? I mean, it might help with some, but it won't fix everything in your life. Whether it's bad relationships, bad financial habits that you've accumulated over the course of many, many years. Who thought I'd be giving financial advice on this channel? That is not financial advice, by the way. Ignore everything I just said. The point is, see weight loss in the exact same way. So don't see weight loss as a silver bullet, because once you reach your goal weight, you're going to be very, very disappointed. And speaking of things that you might be very disappointed with, we have number 4, and that's going to be the reaction from your family and your friends. And depending on the type of friends and family or the people that you surround yourself with, they might not take too kindly to that. So don't be surprised if certain people start to make you feel bad for the decisions that you're making with your health. And if the people around you can't understand that or appreciate that, maybe it's time to get some new friends. And if this advice is helping, I have my weekly newsletter, which has many more gems like this, where I share more personal advice, some stories, and some struggles that I've had from my own weight loss journey to help you. So if that's something you'd be interested in, the link will be in the pinned comment down below. And for whatever reason, if you do not want to receive emails from me or have any correspondence from me, you can unsubscribe at any time, and I promise you're not going to hear from me again. Moving on to segment number 3, we have exercise. Your exercise doesn't just stop because you've reached your goal weight. You see, if you've been going to the gym and you've been putting on muscle and you've been eating all your protein and stuff like that, what's going to happen if you stop working out once you reach your goal weight? You're just going to become skinny fat, which is a stage that I know all too well. It wasn't fun, and you'll feel like you're back to square one, and it's just not a good place to be mentally or physically. And that links perfectly to segment number 4, which is mental degradation. Listen, if you only take one thing away from this video, please let it be this: the amount of mental torment, the fear and the anxiety that you have around your body and that you have around food is going to be intense. Everywhere you go, everywhere you look, you are surrounded by temptations on an everyday basis, and every day is a fight, and every day is an uphill battle to make sure that you make the right decisions, to make sure that you don't get back to the place where you were before. You make the right decisions every day, not just for a week, not just for a month, etc. And that's something that 90% of people really can't handle. You see, weight loss really changes your life, especially with this stuff. I'm not going to lie and say that it gets easier, but you get better with coping with it as time goes on. Now, I'm not telling you this to scare you from losing weight or anything like that. I just want you to be aware, so when these issues crop up, that you're going to be prepared for them and you know how to overcome them. Now, a lot of people are going to struggle with weight loss before the new year, but if you want to be one of the lucky few who actually makes it happen, I would watch this.